When you're on deployment, it's two guys inside of a fighting hole. Doesn't matter what rank you are, what billet you are. They're just there to watch each other's backs. They do what's necessary to accomplish the mission.
It's not just a strict delineation of there's the officer and there's the enlisted Marines.
We conduct physical training together, we go to the same classes, we go on the same length of hikes, we deploy together.
The officers, they have the plan. They spread that down through the ranks of the enlisted, and eventually it gets down to where my level, where we get the job done. The officers, the really good ones, work alongside you, and I like having leadership like that.
I have Marines that are specialized in what they do, and they're the ones that teach me. Anywhere from a private up to a senior enlisted, they know what they're doing, and I'm going to go to them, and they're going to teach me.
The senior enlisted is somebody who's come up through the ranks. He's been where they have been, and he can provide that advice to the commanding officer that the officer may not have experienced in his career.
The biggest difference between enlisted and officer is the officer has the final decision on all commands.
The mutual relationship between a commissioned officer and enlisted is just a maturity and respect. The enlisted Marine knows that the last and final decision made is going to be coming from that commissioned officer.
It definitely weighs on you at times. A good term I've heard is it's the moral burden of command. If something bad happens to one of these Marines, I will take that as my responsibility.
Well, ultimately, officers make the final decision, and they're responsible for what their platoon or their team does. A lot of the execution and the responsibility falls on the junior enlisted. So a lot of people don't realize just the amount of responsibility that they actually take on.
Marine officers go to Officers Candidate School or the Naval Academy, and enlisted Marines go to recruit training.
We have enlisted Marines running the candidates through Officer Candidate School.
You're going to be cold, you're going to be wet, and you're going to be exhausted.
And I don't think there's a service that does it better in that regard, where we can say that all the officers that lead Marines were trained by the Marines that they're supposed to go out and lead.
Confidence is the key in front of your men. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. It's
not that hard. Good to go?
Yes, sir.
The salute that's shared between commissioned officers and enlisted men in the Marine Corps shows a sign of respect. You respect that commissioned officer.
And when the officer returns that salute, he's rendering respect to the enlisted Marine for their years of experience and their knowledge that they've gained from doing everything in their job.
Officers don't look at themselves as being here and enlisted here. We're all the same, we're equal. That's very important that the young man or woman joining the Marine Corps understands that the individual that's leading them believes that they are no better or no worse.